Hi, good morning, everybody.
Hello.
We made it Friday morning. I really appreciate all of you coming, like special appreciation, because Friday morning, right after the attendee party, is hard to attend. So I really appreciate your commitment to SMB and Microsoft 365 Business. Actually, anybody fans of the show Friday Night Lights? Few fans? We did consider changing the name of the session to Friday Morning Lights. You know, small business, big dreams, cannot lose. But we got vetoed by our managers, so this is what it is.
We're not allowed to use that.
Yeah, so welcome, good morning. My name is Ishanka Idia. I'm the Senior Product Marketing Manager for Microsoft 365 Business. I focus on product strategy. And I have Steve. Steve, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Steve Seifus. I'm a program manager on the Windows Identity team, on the Windows team. My team owns Azure Active Directory Join for Windows. We own all of the security in Windows, all that fun stuff.
Great. The goals of this session, we wanted to lay out prescriptive guidance for deployment of Microsoft 365 Business. We had a session last evening, talking about what Microsoft 365 Business is, what's the value in it, what are the security features we've added recently, all of the goodness, and we also went into enabling some of the security features as well. So the goals of the session is to lay out the entire end-to-end deployment guidance on the steps that you should take while you're deploying it for your customers, but also we'll be specifically focusing on the hybrid device configuration. So that's kind of our focus because we covered some of it last evening as well. And so before we get started, though, we do want to make you aware of this new SMB tech community that our team is building. We're all coming together to build and help IT pros like you who are focused on small and medium businesses form a community. So if you have any questions specifically on any SMB solution or business premium, and even Microsoft 365 Business, this is a place to ask the questions because we check all of the responses and we answer them pretty quickly. So if you have any, even after this session, we just have 45 minutes. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions. So the best place to go ask your questions is this, and start the thread, and we will respond to it. So just a plug for the SMB community that we're trying to grow. So one of the goals of today's session that we want to talk about is understanding the deployment steps. And we want to sort of lay out what the deployment steps are. It's essentially, you can look at it in terms of a three-step process. The first thing is setting up of the general policies and setup process. So set up your users and set up the security policies for them. Second is look at setting up Office 365 core service if you haven't already done that. So you're enabling them with productivity capabilities. And third, look at sort of the Windows device configuration. What device configuration makes the best, given that this is Microsoft 365 Business, and you have the ability to take advantage of cloud management capabilities. The second key takeaway from this session we want you to have is that Microsoft 365 Business supports on-premise Active Directory. I know when we GA'd last year, there was a lot of talk about not supporting hybrid configurations. We just want to unequivocally say that we support hybrid configurations right now, and we support on-premise Active Directory. And there are two ways to do that. And on-premise, when we talk about on-premise Active Directory, the primary conduit to that is going to be a Windows 10 device. And you have choices on how that Windows 10 device connects to the cloud. So we're going to talk about two methods today, option A and option B, whether it's enabling an Azure AD join or a hybrid Azure AD join. So we're going to be focusing on that today. So just doing some level set on how deep we're going to go technically and where we're going to focus on, primarily on the device configurations, because we've had a lot of questions on that. So let's get started. What are the steps to deploy Microsoft 365 Business? And just a warning, we're going to get through step 1 and step 2 fairly quickly because this was covered last evening. And if you haven't, did not attend it, recommend looking at the video, or we can chat later. But essentially, the steps to configure, we would put it down as this, okay? Step 1 is configure users and policies. We have a simple admin console in Microsoft 365 Business. It will take you through a step-by-step process. So we have steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just follow those steps first and enable those policies, enable your user's identity, set up those centralized policies that is necessary for them, and then look at enabling the Office 365 services in terms of looking at mailboxes, enabling Wonder for Business Teams. Very important. Teams is a part of it, so enabling all of these productivity scenarios. And then look at how the Windows device will then access all of this goodness and what strategy makes sense. And finally, we're looking at how you can enable the Office client applications as a part of step 4. So let's get started in terms of configuring users and policies. So again, as we said, that one of the beauties of Microsoft 365 Business, or what we're trying to build here, is a simplified admin process, right? Because the feedback that we've gotten often is that the components, if you look at Microsoft 365 Business, it's not just Office 365, it is the Microsoft 365 stack that we've all been talking about this week, right? It has Intune capabilities, it has your Azure AD capabilities, AIP, all of this goodness that are now part of it. And so in order to bring all of these services together, our goal is not to send you through to separate portals. We want to help you create like a guided path in order to set up. And so one of the primary ways you can do that is through the simplified admin portal that we have, and it will take you through the setup process. And so one of the first things you would do is you will go through the normal process that you would for Office 365. How many of you have deployed Office 365 here? Just to level set. Fairly, everybody? Great. So we don't have to spend that much time on things like you all are aware of setting up DNS. I'm sure you have set up your users through Active Directory, enable them to Azure AD Connect. How many of you are using Azure AD Connect for your customers? Popular choice. And so you will follow the same process for step 1 and 2, and then you will hit the step 4 and 5 of Microsoft 365 Business, which is different from what you're familiar with in BP. And so here, we have enabled simplified toggles for you. So in order to protect your files, you can enable file protection policies. And this is actually bringing in those Intune capabilities without actually going into the Intune portal. So all you have to do is enable those toggles, and automatically protection from your files is set up. Similarly, you have the ability to protect your devices as well. So essentially, if you want to configure your security policies for Windows 10 device, here's where you would do it. So essentially, we've simplified that so you don't have to go to Intune for some capabilities. But of course, like we talked about yesterday, we have enabled a lot of new security value adds, and we're still in the process of bringing them into the centralized management in Microsoft 365 Business, or centralized admin experience in Microsoft 365 Business. So things like ATP, AIP, DLP, Intune, MDM capabilities for mobile device management, for example. If you still need those additional capabilities, then right now the process is to go to the separate areas like the security and compliance portal, the Intune portal, and we also talked about this last evening. So here's the story of how this space is evolving. Did any of you go to the M365 admin experience, the new admin experience that they were talking about? Anybody?
A couple people.
Okay, so great. So one of the things is if even on the enterprise side, not just for the SMB space, we're actually bringing together. The entire goal is to have a single portal, so you don't have to go into these separate portals. And so we're essentially building on what we had in M365 Business. So as a part of this new admin experience, it's going to roll out to M365 Business as well. So you have those cards, you have the customization features, you'll get all of the analytics and reporting, all of the goodness that was announced is going to be part of M365 Business, and I think the preview starts sometime in next month, in October. So look out for that. So you'll start seeing that toggle for the new admin experience. But the goal is we have a lot of these features available to you to enable, so you don't have to go to the security and compliance portal and all of that. But till that new experience rolls out, just clarifying, you will have to go into and enable this in the various portals that we discussed yesterday. So just putting a clarification, because yesterday we did discuss all of this, but we said, go to the security and compliance portal, go to Intune and all of that. But from a roadmap perspective, what we're looking at is all of this is going to, most of the scenarios are going to come under the new admin experience, so look out for information on that. And we're going to post all of that information on the SMB tech community, so please follow it because we'll be putting a lot of updates there. So again, all of you are familiar with deploying Office 365, so we're not going to run through that. Deploying Office 365 Business Premium is a component of Microsoft 365 Business. The service plans are identical. So all of the features that are in Business Premium are in M365 Business. And essentially, you will configure it very similarly. You will configure Mail, OneDrive for Business, and Teams. Highly recommend Teams as your communication hub because we are. It's a focus of the company, but it's also the future of unified communications for Microsoft. And migrating mail and file shares, highly recommend that. One of the features, one of the sessions I would recommend also looking at is the known folder migration that was talked about. If you're not aware, if you're looking at how to move local files over to the cloud, Stephen Rose has a great session or a blog post on Tech Community about the known folder move. So I highly recommend looking at that as well. And so I'll hand it over to Steve now to talk about especially deploying and configuring Windows 10 because that's the heart of Microsoft 365 Business. And to just remind you, again, one of the components of Microsoft 365 Business is the device management capability that you get. So you get full device management, Windows, Mac, iOS, and Android. And what we're focusing on is how to sort of enable natively the Windows 10 components or the Windows configuration components so you can take all of the goodness in terms of cloud management, security policies, and all of that. So I'll hand it over to Steve.
All right, thank you. So in order to take advantage of Microsoft 365 Business, one of the things you really need to do is get to Windows 10. And there's a number of reasons for that, but they fall into four main categories, and the first is single sign-on. Earlier versions of Windows, different platforms such as Mac, Linux, they don't have the native integration that Windows 10 does. You can immediately sign into Windows and get access to all of your cloud resources that are tied to Azure Active Directory, such as Exchange, SharePoint, any of these services. You hit your browser, you log in, you're good. The other thing is you get centralized management and deployment of your policies across all of your devices. So that's your PCs, that's your Macs, that's your phones, so Android, iOS, all these devices. You can apply a single policy that you can have a single policy that you apply everywhere. So that you're not having to run around managing them in 3 or 4 different applications, 50 different policies. You can have a centralized baseline policy that says something that your business requires. One of the other things is uniform configuration of all your Windows devices. You can set a single baseline. So going back to that policy, you set a single baseline of saying, I want everyone on this version of Windows. Our preference is that you're at the latest version of Windows because you get all the goodness from all the new features. But if you have specific requirements, you can stay on a specific version. You can keep up to date. You get all your patches. You get all your security patches. You get all the new feature updates. And you're not running around managing 10 different patch levels for dozens of different machines. And the other thing is that you have a consistent security profile for everything you're doing, for all your users. One single user has a policy applied everywhere. So on your desktop, on the web, through Azure Active Directory, through Exchange, you can have Intune conditional access policies applied, and it just is applied everywhere. So how do you do it? The first thing is you need to Azure AD join your devices. So in order to do that, the very first thing is you need to get on Windows 10, specifically Windows 10 Pro. If you're on earlier versions of Windows 7, Windows 8.1 Pro, you can very easily just migrate on up to Windows 10. It's free. If you're on versions such as Home, you can buy an upgrade to the Pro license. We have an option to do that. And once you're on Pro, all you're doing is you're signing into Windows 10 with your Azure AD account. And at that point, it's joined. Once you join it, you'll get all your device policies. Through Intune, if you've auto-enrolled as part of the policy setup earlier on in one of the earlier steps. And at that point, your apps will start coming down. You'll get Office installed, all those fun things. So most people these days usually fall into one of two camps. If you're a small business, if you're a startup, if you're slowly starting to grow in size, you may not have Active Directory around. It's very easy to get onto Azure Active Directory. You just set up your accounts, you join, and that's it. In a number of cases, you also have on-prem Active Directory, and we'll come to that in a moment. But first, one of the things that I want to show you is how do you actually do that? How do you get your machines joined to Azure Active Directory? So,
do you want to explain the pups?
All right.
Do you want to explain why there are so many dog photos here?
So, why do we have dogs? Because they're awesome. So the picture you just saw before, that's Milton. That's Ash's. Very, very friendly puppy. The one that I have on screen is Riley. That's my little girl. So I have a machine. I just turned it on. I just grabbed it from I just installed the DVD, booted it from USB, whatever, however you want to do it. There's a few options you can go through. You can use autopilot. You can get it straight from the store. You can refresh from any existing inventory. But this is just our out-of-box experience. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to log in. So this is just an account that I have set up. It's just in a tenant. It's asking me for my password. If you have things like, how many of you have seen our passwordless story? Yeah, a couple people? Okay. So I'm just signing in. If you have policies that require MFA, multi-factor auth, I typed in my password wrong. I promise I know what my password is. There we go. And that's all it takes. You sign in, it's pulling down policy, it's loading up in the background. Once I get to my desktop, it'll start pulling down policies, it'll start pulling down applications. This will take a moment, and I will come back to this and show you the results. So, this is Milton. So, like I said, there are different ways you can do this. If you're using autopilot, how many of you have heard of autopilot? Yeah, a few people, quite a few people actually. It's a really cool way to get Windows set up very easily out of the box directly from the manufacturer. Some of the other versions, so if you already have existing users like local users, or if you happen to if you already have an Active Directory domain set up, you go through the settings. So as an example, you go to settings, you go to work or school accounts, you hit connect. Once you hit connect, it pops up with this window. There's a link at the bottom that says join this account to Azure Active Directory. You click that. You enter your emails, and then it'll go through it. The last thing is provisioning policy. If you need to roll it out in bulk, you create a provisioning policy, you stick it in each machine, and it just goes. So, that's if you don't have Azure Active Directory. I'm assuming the majority of you have Azure Active Directory?
Active Directory.
Or your customers do? Oh, actually, okay. So, some. In the case of actually having having Active Directory on-prem, which a lot of customers already do, there's two different ways you can go about getting this set up. And the very first one is not having the device being Active Directory domain joined and just joining to Azure Active Directory. This is our recommended option, and I'll explain why in a moment. So the basic idea of how this works is you still have access to all your on-prem resources. You can access your network shares, you can access printers, you can do all these different things. And the way that it works is this thing called Azure Active Directory Connect. And so what happens is when you join your device to Azure Active Directory, Azure AD Connect will take the information that it's received from that join and bring it back down to Active Directory. And once you start logging in, it'll use your credentials to log into Active Directory. When you log into Active Directory, it'll give you all the necessary things, your Kerberos TGT, your NTLM hashes, all these things that allow you to access your resources. And it's just a seamless experience. The other value is you don't have to worry about policy management from group policy. You can use Intune for everything, simplified management experience. You can do deployment through all your apps. You don't have to worry about any of this legacy compatibility issues. So how does that work? Again, got to upgrade to Windows 10 Pro. That's always the prerequisite. You have to have Azure AD Connect deployed. It's a very simple setup. You need a server. You run the wizard, the setup wizard. You configure some of the options. There's a few different things you need to set up. Some are required. Some aren't required. You run through that. You join the device to Azure Active Directory, and you're done. Now, one of the things to keep in mind is that if you have existing policies in Active Directory that you want to apply to your devices, they will not be applied because they're Intune managed. So you have to take those policies, migrate them to Intune, and we have a tool for that. You don't have to do it, but one of the tools we have is MMAT, which is a way it takes your GPO policies, matches them up to the Intune CSPs, and it allows you to figure out what do you need. So, real quick. This is Riley. Again, she got into some trouble, realized she could dig in the yard at one point. Also Riley when she was younger. So, this is my machine. This is my work machine. This is my corporate device. This is what I use every single day. It is not domain joined. It is Azure Active Directory joined. And I'm on a VPN, so I can hit home because it's, there are some things in our corporate network that we don't expose on the internet just for practical reasons. We're just in the process of migrating. And one of the things is we have file shares everywhere. We have this dumping ground of, hey, I need to send you this. And, for the last 30 years, it was just, you could throw it on a file share. So here, I have a file share. If you take a look at it, there it is. It's in the corporate domain. I'm on VPN. I can access it. I'm not domain joined. I'm Azure Active Directory joined. And so I can start accessing random things. It'll take a moment because of the VPN. I'm not actually going to show you some secrets. So again, you have access to all of your on-prem resources. It's a great way to start migrating to the cloud. So I still have access to everything in the cloud. So if I wanted to connect to Exchange Online, if I wanted to connect to SharePoint, all of that's still available, plus access to on-prem. So, just to reiterate, Windows 10 Pro, Azure AD Connect, join to Azure AD, potentially migrate your policies. You still get access to all your line of business, you still get access to your file shares, printers, any of these resources. But there are some problems here. One of the side effects of this is that profile migration, as soon as you join to Azure Active Directory, it may create a new profile for you. So if you're going from a local user or domain user, it will create a new profile, so you have to figure out how do you migrate things over. Second, some of the GPOs do not map. I think we have 10,000 or 20,000 or some insane number of GPO policies in Windows that you can apply. A few of those have been deprecated. There's no reason to have them around anymore. So, we've decided when we move to Intune, maybe we don't need to make those carry with us. So, some of them may not apply. In some very, very rare instances, certain types of apps may not be able to work with this setup, and that's primarily because they require device authentication. They're using the system's credentials to be able to access Active Directory resources. It's a very rare scenario. The most, excuse me, the most common scenario that I've seen is VPNs. And legacy VPNs at that. But if you have something like that, it's not going to work. And lastly, printers. I said earlier that you can access your printers. You absolutely can. You find the printer, you double click on it, you install it, you're good to go. Where it doesn't work is if you're relying on Active Directory to locate those printers. In the SMB market, it's less of a problem because a lot of people don't do this, but in large enterprises where you have hundreds of thousands of users, you have hundreds of or thousands of printers, then it becomes a little more problematic. But in this case, you just give them a list. Hey, here's your printer. You're good. It installs. It works. No different than existing capabilities. So, profile migration. What are the issues? Why do you want to do it? How can you do it? And so first off, profile contains all of your usual information. It contains your user favorites. It contains customizations, any of the files in my documents, my music, my pictures, any of those things. Pictures of my puppies, I really want those to carry over. You know, I don't want to lose those. Any of your browser settings, so if you're using Edge or Chrome, that all stores in your profile. I mean, some of them get synced to the cloud now, but in some cases, some of them stay offline. Cached credentials is an important one. If, say, you're signing into Skype for Business, any app that says, hey, remember my credentials, a lot of those are stored in your user profile. They're protected, but they're stored in your profile. That just happens to be where we put them. Other things like your Outlook cache, when if you have a very, very large email inbox, if you get, the thousands upon thousands of emails, or you've been around for 20 years, you end up packing in a lot of email. Sometimes that takes a very long time to pull down from the server, and so you don't really want to have to do that again. And third-party apps, they store their settings there, and sometimes it's just a pain to recreate that. So in certain cases, you have to think about, how do I want to do this? Well, if like I just showed before, where I'm doing a new device join, there's no profile, so there's no need to migrate. If you have a local user, like if you don't have a domain, if you're using a local work group, and you want to migrate to Azure Active Directory, you will have to migrate the profile. And same if you're doing domain join, you will have to migrate the profile. And so you need a tool to do that, or you can do it manually. Manually is a pain in the ass. Sorry, forgive me, it is. And so we partnered with with a company called Laplink, and they actually have a tool that allows you to do this. So if you take a look, aka.ms/profilemig, you can find this later in the deck. We can provide more links to that at a later date. Basically, you take your existing profile, you point it to a new user and say, migrate. It's very simple. So 2, policy objects. If you're using group policy for management of various things, so that might be if you're mapping network drives, so like if you have corporate resources, or if you have the user shares, things like that, that's often pushed down by group policy. If you're customizing applications or the start menu, you're putting in application folders, things like that, you need GPO, or you're using GPO for that. In some cases, that doesn't migrate. We've tried to do our best to make sure that there is a way to directly migrate them, but sometimes they don't. So use the tool MMAT. There's a link at the bottom. If you just search for MMAT on the download site, you'll be able to find it. That's MMAT. That'll tell you what is the right CSP and Intune to manage to migrate it to. In the cases where you don't have a direct migration, there's nothing that it directly maps to. One of the options is consider don't using it. We have put a lot of thought into what these CSPs look like, and it either falls into one camp. Either we really truly believe that you don't need it and it's not a good idea to use that policy, or we made a mistake. If it's a mistake, please let us know. And the legacy apps. Like I said before, most apps do work. I'm not going to say all apps, but most apps do work. All of the apps that I use on a daily basis, they all work. Like I showed you, I can connect to the corporate resources. I can do all these different things. My Active Directory identity is still present. Everything works. In the cases where they don't work, our recommendation is consider using that as an opportunity to switch to a new app, or again, contact us, and if it's an absolute necessity to have that, we might consider, from our perspective, what we can do about that. Or you can use the option 2 domain join, which is a hybrid model, and I'll talk about that in a bit. Printing. How many people actually still have printers everywhere? I expect everyone to actually raise their hands, surprisingly. For the very first time, I printed something at Microsoft like a month ago, and I had to think about, wait a second, we have printers. A lot of people use Active Directory to list, so you can find printers. You can just you go to the find window, find me a printer, and you can search around. That uses Active Directory to power it. That's not supported in this domain join model. So our recommendation is basically just give them a list. Give a list to the users. Hey, these are the 5 printers that we have in the office. Here's the however many. What I had to do was I just went and searched, oh, we have a print server in this building. The print server is here. Oh, I'm on floor 4. Okay. Oh, there's my printer. Double click and I'm installed. So it was actually a relatively easy experience. We recommend that you either create the list or you push out a policy to using Intune to map up all the printers that you need already for that particular user. You can also use our cloud printing option, which is basically you can map all your printers into Azure Active Directory, and it'll populate in the list, and you can select your printers from that as well. If none of these options work for you, we recommend going to our second Azure wow. Let's try that again. If none of these options work for you, you can use option 2, which is our hybrid Active Directory domain model. And so what that looks like is your device is already domain joined. So maybe you've had a device around for a few years. Maybe you already have existing policies to roll out your devices, and you don't want to move away from that. And so what you do with that is, once it's domain joined, you also AAD join it. You can do both. There's no reason why you can't. The reason that you would do that is so that you either A, you don't have to reformat the machines, you don't have to blow them away, you don't have to create new profiles, you don't have to disconnect from the domain and rejoin. It's a little easier from a migration process. It's a great way to slowly move over. You have one of the other options is you can do automatic device registration. So in Azure AD Connect, there's an option to say, hey, if my devices are AD joined, automatically Azure AD join them. So you don't have to go to every single device and do that. You just check a box, and as things, over a period of time, things will start migrating to Azure Active Directory as well. This not means that it doesn't disconnect you from Active Directory. It just does the dual join. So we're back to Milton. So what I'm going to show here, besides my lock screen, bear with me, is I have a hybrid join device. And this is joined to the Windows domain, or to the Microsoft corporate domain. You can see pictures of puppies. Actually, hey, look at that. I just got policy GPO just pushed down a tool. But one of the things that you can see, for example, is if I open this and I do who am I, and all, this will take a minute because as a user at Microsoft, I have like 800 groups, but you can see it's starting to query Active Directory. It's going to pull down all of this information. One of the other things is I can access, hey, there's that share again. You know, none of this changes. It's the same experience. You can access the same resources. You can access the same services. No changes whatsoever. So, reiterate once more, how do you do this? Again, got to be on Windows 10 Pro, you enable Azure AD Connect. Azure AD Connect is a supremely important piece of all of this. It's the magic that makes sure that Active Directory knows about Azure Active Directory and Azure Active Directory knows about Active Directory. If the one takeaway you have here is Azure Active Directory Connect is supremely important. Once you have that set up, you can then, on your domain join device, you can then Azure AD join or have it automatically Azure AD join. So one of the things that I should mention, though, is that we do recommend that you stick with the first option, which is just have it join to Azure Active Directory. So and only stick to the hybrid if you absolutely need to, or if you're doing it in a migratory process. There's nothing to say that you can't mix and match either. So for existing PCs, you can just say, sure, they're domain joined, and automatically Azure Active Directory join. The user doesn't see any difference. It all just works beautifully behind the scenes. But for any new devices that you're rolling out, you can just Azure Active Directory domain join them. There's no reason, except for the ones, the caveats mentioned previously, of why you couldn't. One of the other things is, does anyone here use SCCM for configuration management? A couple people. You can still use SCCM if it's AD joined. You can also use Intune with that. It's called co-management. It allows you to get the best of both worlds. There's nothing inherently wrong with using SCCM with this. You just have to consider that there is either there's overlap or there's some just disjointedness. So just consider that. Keep that in mind. Anyway, that's it for Windows 10. I'm going to give this back to Ash for how to install Office.
Thank you, Steve. So once you configure so if you go back to the previous steps, essentially configure the users and policies, deploy Office 365, choose a configuration method for Windows 10, then it's a question of how do we get Office installed on all the machines. So one of the options in step 1 is to auto install Office. So when it's part of the M365B admin experience, so it's a part of the setup experience. And so in step 5, when you're configuring Windows 10, there's an option at the bottom called auto install Office. And so if you check that box, as soon as the device is Azure AD joined and it's starting to get all of those centralized policies, Office will start to install as well. So we'll talk about how some of that magic happens. So first thing is, in Microsoft 365 Business, the Office version is called the Office Business version. So it is an Office Business client that is specific to Business Premium, that is specific to SMB, essentially. But here are some of the things that you would know. We have retooled the Office Business Client in Microsoft 365 Business to support some enterprise features like ATP, DLP, AIP. So the Office Business Client that you get in Microsoft 365 Business is slightly different from the Office that you get in Business Premium. So that's something key to know. So what we're trying to do is the Business Client is going to support the new enterprise features that we've added, like ATP, DLP, and AIP. And so we've done the client work. In fact, the client work is actually for AIP and ATP done. So it's rolling out to clients right now. So you can start enabling AIP features. So what is it? It's full 32-bit Office. It's click to run. It's always up to date. And if you're using PowerShell commands, the subscription license name is Business Retail. What's included? Standard Office services similar to what you get in Business Premium. Do have to note, though, late breaking news. If you notice, Skype for Business is not part of this. As per a support article that's going out, Skype for Business will no longer be part of the provisioning package from October 1 for new Business Premium tenants. So any existing tenants, you're good to go. You're fine in terms of Skype for Business working, but for new tenants that are provisioned from October 1, Skype for Business is not part of the service because it's going to be Teams, and that's because Teams has full parity with Skype for Business right now, and we're essentially saying Teams is the way to go for any new customers right now. So just wanted to note that. Teams will need to be pushed out separately, though. We're working on making it part of the provisioning package, but for now, Teams has to be sort of pushed out centrally by IT separately. What it's not Office 365 Pro Plus. Again, being very transparent, it is still the Office Business Client with enterprise support with enterprise features, but it is not full Office 365 Pro Plus, because there is this tendency to believe, sorry about that. There's this tendency to believe that it is Office 365 Pro Plus, and so it is not. But it has some of the Enterprise Pro Plus features. So where we are is the differences between Office 365 Pro Plus and Business Client in Microsoft 365 Business. I think the major difference right now is the Office Business Client does not support a shared computer activation. So just keep that in mind as you're looking at deployment. So how does the Office deployment work? As I said, if you set up the centralized policy in step 1 and enable auto install for Office, what happens is as soon as Azure AD join happens, an MDM policy is delivered from Intune to the PC saying, and then the PC then invokes the ODT or the Office deployment tool with the config file, and then magically the Office Suite package is downloaded and installs in the background quietly. So it really happens very fast. So as far as the end user is concerned, if you have set up that policy in step 5, it checked that toggle button. As soon as your Azure AD join, put your username and credentials, the end user, the Office download will happen magically in the background, so you don't have to do much. So the question is, how do you go from current state to end state? And here are some recommendations or required actions. If you have no Office installed, it's a brand new device, you're good to go, system installs with Office. But if you have Office installed on a current device and it is a click to run, again, there is no action for you. It will just, the right Office business client will download or it will configure itself, right? Now, if you have Office installed with via MSI, it's like on-premise Office in a way, you have to uninstall all MSI versions of Office first. So that's something that you'll have to do before the click-to-run Office installs itself. So apart from that, I think the only rule is if you have Office installed via MSI, uninstall all MSI versions of Office. One of the things is Visio and project apps. If you have any existing Visio or project apps, again, it's not affected at all because the Office provisioning package is separate from Visio and project. So whether you have a click-to-run Visio or project or MSI Visio project, there's no action for you. It will just install itself without touching your Visio or project install. So, and as far as mobile devices is concerned, all your users have access to all of the Office apps, Outlook, Teams, OneDrive for Business. And so you also have the option of configuring the company portal. This is very important. You get full Intune in Microsoft 365 Business. The licensing rights to full Intune is there. We have exposed some of the Intune features through toggles in the admin portal. But if you want to go beyond, if you want to enable company portal, if you want to do mobile device management for iOS and Android, fully manage those, if you want to manage Macs, all of those capabilities are there. You will have to go to the Intune portal for now. So that's essentially what we had in this discussion. I know we covered a lot. If there's any questions, again, please put those questions on the tech community. But essentially, we wanted to let you with, we are trying to simplify all of this management and deployment capabilities. Our core goal is to deliver value. A lot of the security value that we talked about yesterday, ATP, DLP, AIP, very strong security capabilities for your SMB customers. And we understand that there are a lot of moving parts here. And so our entire goal is to simplify it to a centralized sort of node where you can easily, through easy interface, enable a lot of those 80% scenarios, but also give you the flexibility that if there are those niche customers who need to go and get extra, there's also the capabilities there. So finally, all of the documentation for the Windows configuration that we talked about is all up there. aka.ms hybrid Azure AD join for enabling hybrid Azure AD join, and then ADJ, the Azure AD join device method. So I think a final sort of footnote on this is Azure AD join is the simpler way to make sure your Windows device gets all of the goodness of cloud management very easily. So if you have a lot of those customers in workgroup state, or if they don't require extensive management features, but they need identity management and cloud management. Azure AD Join is very little effort in terms of just enabling AD Connect and you Azure AD Join and you get all of the goodness. Hybrid Azure AD Join, as Steve talked about, is very good if you have for existing domain joined devices that is making use of extensive GPOs and you have all of those needs. So what we talked about is gave you two options. A simpler, richer, easier experience and a hybrid Azure AD Join. Both would work depending on the type of devices and type of customer needs you have. And if you have any questions on either of these, please let us know. So again, we talked about this. We support Active Directory unequivocally, and we talked about the two methods that you have and the benefits that you get for each. And then Azure AD Join device is suitable for SMBs who want to move to the cloud, and hybrid Azure AD Join is suitable for SMBs with majority domain joined devices. So again, if you have a lot of domain joined devices, hybrid Azure AD Join device is the way to go. So we have frequently asked questions that we get is, can I enable Office 365 component of M365 Business? Absolutely. We're not saying, enable all parts of this at once, because we understand it's a lot of effort. You can absolutely take this step by step. So if you feel that your end users are going to benefit from the Office 365 components with everything that we've added, like DLP, AIP, ATP, all of those features, they're good enough with that, and the lightweight Intune capabilities that you have gotten, then fine. That is where we are. You don't have to sort of do all of the Windows configuration immediately, but we're just giving you the end-to-end process of what you can do to get the full value of your subscription, but there's enough value in Office 365 components as well to get you started off sooner. So if you're looking for easy wins, yes, you can absolutely enable the Office 365 components initially and get the full value there. That's it. That's why we had any. I know we're a little over. Any questions? We can take that for a few minutes we have. Yes, would you like to come to the mic and ask us questions, please?
Is there an upgrade SKU or an upgrade process from Office 365 Business to Microsoft 365 Business?
The upgrade path is essentially, if you're on Office, since the service plans are identical, so what you would do is just swap out the licenses. So there is no change in any, especially if you're going from Business Premium to Microsoft 365 Business. All you would do if you is just swap out the licenses for the individual user, because the service plan is identical. There is nothing that is going to change for the end user at that point. What will light up is all of those extra features, the ATP, the DLP, the device management, Windows capabilities. So the upgrade path is essentially swap out the SKUs.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple questions. The MMAT tool, does that run on the DC? Or on where do you run it?
I don't know. That's actually a really good question. Come find me after. I'll give you a card, and I will find it out for you.
It's a client side, right?
Oh.
Yeah. It doesn't run on the DC.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, thank you. And the other question had to do with the LapLink trial through November. Do you see that extending beyond November? Because it's a pretty compressed timeline.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the demand for the LapLink tool and how many people we're seeing download it. And so my request is, if you absolutely need it, please put that on the SMB Tech Community Forum. Use the tool. We're essentially assessing demand and whether to extend it or not, really based on how many people download it. So if you're not seeing a lot of people using it, then my honest assumption is probably not. But if you're seeing high demand, then we'll probably consider extending it. But it all depends on our conversation with LapLink, of course. They're our partner. So, but I think usage is going to be the primary metric on the conversations we have with LapLink.
Okay, thank you.
Two questions. First is like an NPS replacement for people doing machine-level authentication.
Yes.
Is there something that you could do in Intune, or should you be doing hybrid setup in that scenario?
So the answer to that question depends on a number of factors. If you can switch to certificate-based authentication, then you can stick with Intune. Otherwise, you will have to be hybrid.
Okay. And the second one was Office is not available in 365 Business and Shed. users, like terminal servers, can you add on
Yes.
like a Pro Plus license?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that. So if shared computer activation scenario is super important to you, and especially if it's limited to a few users who need that, you can absolutely swap out Office 365 Pro Plus for those users, and you can enable the shared computer activation. But it's very, it's interesting, if you could essentially let us know in the tech community what you're using the shared computer activation for, that will really help us, because we're starting to hear this is an important scenario. So if you'd like to give us feedback, that'd be great.
You can't substitute the Office license, though?
Pardon?
You can't substitute the
You
Office
can.
small business?
Yes.
Okay.
So you will have to purchase the Office 365 Pro Plus license as an add-on, but then once you do that, you just uncheck the business client and then add the Office 365 Pro Plus license.
Thanks.
All right, thank you. Yes.
Hi, we're a cloud service provider partner with Microsoft, serving small
Okay.
business.
We will come out. We've been booted out. I will answer your question, but I
Yeah.
think we do have to allow for the next
to
session that's going to
believe.
come. So I will answer that. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please fill out the evals.
Oh, yeah.
But